live here on the coolest of the cool, the Koolykool show. Your host, Brent. We are here live on Spreaker.com. It is 7:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today is the 29th. I can't remember. So, I'm going to do a little introduction to music just for a little bit, for a second. Has left me numb. Blue eyes and wandering lips, true lies through fingertips, hidden tales of forbidden love. You've left me miserable, 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 miserable. Love, you've left me miserable, miserable. Live here on the coolest of the cool, the Koolykool show. Your host, Brent. 45 minutes of uninterrupted, undesignated, I don't know. But either way, here for a good while, about an hour, going to talk about upcoming things that maybe you're not aware of. Visions of better times, kingdoms that lie like wine. Why did God fail to improve us? Teardrops of acid rain burning down. Alright, you're here on the coolest of the cool, the Koolykool show. Your host, Brent. And, well, let's get it started. So, just wondering, how many of you guys are having a fantastic weekend so far on this Saturday? Here on the East Coast, where I'm at, it's kind of gloomy, rainy, really kind of sucks outside. Yeah, this isn't much better. But if so, I want you to definitely chat in, tell me what's going on. If you have any questions or anything like that, you want to talk about something, definitely go ahead and go to the chat box and write your message or chat, whatever. So, let's go ahead and get on with tonight's topic. Tonight's topic is about the Pentagon going to be releasing, I believe, June 2nd, its official report on UFO sightings. Is that freaking crazy or what? The Pentagon is actually really going to be releasing UFO sightings and accounts. So this is something that it's kind of mind-blowing for a little bit. This fact that the government actually is going to be releasing documentations and releasing a report in reference to UFO unidentified flying objects and the possibilities of actual aliens existing. And because apparently from what we have so far is that the government kind of likes to keep things on wraps and kind of keep things, sheltered on the fact of, mysterious encounters and things that many people can't understand. And, well, frankly, from everything we see from the movies as far as the government trying to keep a tight lid and certain whistleblowers have been exposed, as far as talking about certain projects, talking about certain things, and along with, bogus claims that people say, I saw Linnea walk down the street, and he was just, riding a bicycle, dismissing those type of claims. But, yeah, it's going to be a lot to grasp. It's very interesting. Apparently this was kind of from the report, I guess, from when President Donald Trump was in office, he actually had, I think, somebody in his cabinet or somebody in the Pentagon had asked for releases of information in reference to UFO sightings and accounts and documents and things of that nature. And then apparently, which is one of the biggest things last year, or I think earlier this year, where naval pilots had spoken out on, I believe, 16 minutes in reference to the incident that had occurred to them, and this is the first time they actually spoken up and brought it up, because obviously they're naval pilots. They don't want to be classified as either crazy or seeing certain things. So in the midst of that, they kind of, didn't want to be categorized like, oh yeah, you saw something, and then the government, the military, probably either, kind of blackballing them and say, yeah, and then dismissing their claims. But they've spoken out, and a couple of their accounts and their detail of what they have is actually very interesting, and it is one that you probably kind of will take a notice, because these are true accounts. Now, could they be fabricating? Could they come to try to get some media attention to profit off this? Who knows? Maybe. There's always a possibility because people do this all the time. But at the same time, the factors, why at this time would they be coming forward with this? That's another issue that's probably on a topic of the discussion. What would be the purpose? Is it because they feel finally safe to, speak out in reference to these incidents and these situations? So, I mean, it's a lot to kind of fathom, to grasp, to trying to wrap your head around and try to figure out, what's going on? What's really happening? What is the government really concealing? Is this all a ploy to have us look one direction and then be able to misdirect us to what they're really doing in some other fashion? Could be. I mean, the government can be a lot of things.